Hi, this is an extension video to discuss about various different way of changing our parameters and see how it impact your performance, your profit and loss performance on our ATM parameters. So we will be discussing about changing of lot size, changing of take profit target and so on for you to have a different way of testing the parameters. Let's go to our MT4 trading platform again. The earlier example shows that within that 4.5 months of data, we have about close to $50 over of profit. Now let's come back to the setting and change something very basic. If you remember, in our earlier video we talked about lot size. Now lot size, it is an area about how comfortable you are in terms of the risk and reward tolerance level. It is normally recommended that every 1,000 US dollar you are advised to trade on a basic trade size of 0.01, and this setting is good if you have a averaging strategy that allow you up to 5 levels of averaging. Now of course, one can change this particular setting to a higher lot size, in other words higher risk exposure, in exchange for a better return. But this can only be done after you have done your own research on what is the best strategies and setting of parameters for you. Let's go back to MT4. In this case, let's say we are comfortable of changing the lot size to 0.02. Remember, our initial deposit is still 1,000. And similarly, we change for the buy orders from 0.01 to 0.02. Let's do a test run and see how it goes. Look at the report. Well, it doubles, almost doubles the performance that we saw just now, right? It was $58, and in this case now, just by increasing the trading lot size, you are getting about $120 net profit. So of course one can say that let's make it bigger and bigger. I leave that to you as the user to change the lot size until a level that you are comfortable. But always remember, the larger lot size that you trade as your basic trade size, it means the larger exposure you are, and you may have to balance it by ensuring that your averaging level is being reduced to a lower level so that you are comfortable with that kind of risk exposure. Now let's talk about different time frame, and I will discuss with you a little bit about changing the take profit in order to have a better performance. But in order to understand a different take profit level, let's understand about the price action of this currency pair, Euro US dollar. I will go through a little bit with some basic. Let's add a chart, Euro US dollar. You'll see 1 hour. Now let's change it to a weekly chart, and this is how it looked like. And you can see from a chart, it's from as old as 2002 until 2009 current. Now you can do a Control G to remove away all the grid. You can do a right click property to change some of the setting. I personally always prefer to have a chart shift, change it to candlestick. I show period separator, click OK, and I will see this separator, the column, and every column represents a year in this chart. And if you look at the Euro US dollar in 1 hour, every column represents a day. So let's come back to this weekly chart, enlarge it or reduce the size. Now if you compare year 2004, 2005, 06, 07, 08 and current, you would notice that the price action of every other years in 04, in 05, in 06, or even in 07, the range of movement, it's not really that wild compared to the range in 2008. And everybody would know what happened in 2008, especially during the financial meltdown from August onward. You can see that the price action was from 1.44 all the way to 1.6, and suddenly there is a sharp price action of going down all the way to almost 1.2, a good 4,000 pips of movement just within that few months, and a sharp 2 to 3,000 pips of pullback and a sharp pulling down. So this is what we call a very extreme price action that is very rare. You can scroll up and you realize that we remove this auto scroll. You can scroll up and look at all the earlier year. You hardly see such sharp price action. Now, any strategies to trade through this sharp price action has definitely got very tight range of tolerance in terms of risk. However, if you compare to the price action in other years, you will then realize that you can have wider tolerance level. So, of course, it is not for us to speculate what is going to happen from here onward. And at this point in time, the economy has not really stabilized, and we do not know whether there will be any more drastic movement. Some mention that this is a double bottom. It shows that the bottom has ended. But it is always good to be very cautious in planning our strategy moving forward. We may be anticipating some sharp movement. So, that being the case, and understand the price action as a background, when we go back to our strategy testing, Control R to pull up,